Hello everyone, now I'm going to tell you the plot of the movie, I Am Mortal. Sit down comfortably, get yourself some goodies and we're starting. The film begins with a show of the distant future, where humanity has pumped out almost all available resources, the world plunged into chaos. But one day a brilliant scientist announced a breakthrough discovery and now people can be immortal. Many years pass and we are shown a man named Logos, who decided to move to the city because he should soon receive immortality. But he is worried about the question of how you can live realizing that you are immortal. A new day comes and Logos is approached by a girl, Sukar, who feels that he is hesitant about accepting immortality, and therefore invites him to join a group of people like him. This puck will help you get to the right place without attracting too much attention. A little later Armoros looks at the CCTV cameras and the puck that seems strange to him. At the same time Aki tells the newcomers that there was a man who vehemently opposed the value of immortality. Which is why Pilot, as the main one is called here, erased his memory and no one knows where he is now, but there are rumors about some kind of program that can destroy immortality. A little later she is met by Armoros in order to move together to the pilot, who asks the girl to start following Logos in order to understand what he wants to do, and since she wants a promotion, it will be a great task. A little later she notices the duo during the conversation, and since they are well aware that they are being watched, they speak casually, but at the same time they name the meeting place, which Aki does not understand. A new day comes and Akai decides to sit down with Logos in order to start a dialogue. Logos asks if she really believes in the ideas that she tells newcomers. This was the first time that the girl could not decide if she was on the right road, but tomorrow she orders the girls to also follow the Logos. And since the twins want to become guards, they gladly agree. Logos arrives at the appointed place, where they are met by Mazim and Medoran works in the laboratory. Each of them does not support the ideas of the pilot. They also say that the inhabitants receive a special drug before immortality. But after studying they realize that this substance increases loyalty while turning off emotions. It is because of this that none of the immortals protest, and thanks to the data of one of the pilot's employees, they will do something that will destroy immortality. Then we are shown Pilot, who, together with his daughter named Amanda, spends time and starts a dialogue, after which she tells the name of his former comrade Gelios, as well as the fact that she is very interested in how the system works, which is rather strange because she cannot feel emotions and just has to be submissive because she is immortal. A new day is coming and Logos is constantly disturbed by a nightmare where he stands in the middle of the desert and tries to wake himself up. As for Aki, she visits Logos again, pretending that she just wants to make friends along the way, wondering if he forgets to take the substance before immortality. And although he doesn't understand why she asks, he says yes, which is a lie. Upon arrival in the secret association, they begin to develop a plan to sabotage the capital. But first, before that, they need to penetrate the tunnels. Logos immediately comes up with the idea that Aki is an employee of the capital, which means you can pick up her keycard, and because of which he meets her again where he asks the question, does she use the means? But does not have time to answer and the twins get into the conversation. A little later, Armoros wants to know what he asked, but Aki replies that he just greeted her and then returns to Logos again. Thinking that she is on their side, he comes up with the idea of bringing her to their lair, where she learns the whole plan of the underground and the group asks her for help, giving a couple of days to think, but tomorrow she reports everything to Armoros, who calmly asks her to return to the secret association again and do everything she is asked to do. But if everything gets out of control, he will help save her. At the same time, Amanda is interested in how Pilot felt when he lost his wife. He replies that it was quite hard, as well as the fact that there was a time when Amanda could leave this world, and if she died, then why would he continue to live? This was the reason for the development of immortality. And his friend Gelios began to envy that all the glory went only to Pilot. Amanda only notices that the end of his story is different every time. A little later, Aki visits the group in order to tell that she agrees to help and they all assign roles together. But as soon as day X comes, the alarm goes on. The group is divided into two parts in order for Logos to fall into a trap where his memory is erased. Aki asks to visit Logos, but Pilot is categorically against it. Suddenly he will restore his memory. But even so, the twins say that they saw Logos here. Then Aki instantly rushes towards her, but he does not understand her and just passes by. From that day on, he also became a full-fledged immortal, and because of which all emotions left him. In a new conversation, Aki admits that after realizing what the plan is, Pilot refused to take the drug in order to later meet with a secret association where she apologizes for her trick, which is clearly not enough, forcing her to also add that Logos has become immortal and now does not feel anything, which is why the group decides to forgive her, and a little later they grab Logos together in order to begin to return his memory. But his loss is noticed by Pilot. 2 days pass and the Logos begins to remember his erased life and rejoins the ranks of the group, so they begin to develop a plan. And since Aki does not have access, she asks the twins for a favor. A little later they penetrate into the complex where they change the structure of the substance, simultaneously noticing devices that are able to remove immortality, after which the group builds a tent city between the rocks. And Logos uses the device at all. Falling unconscious, he is immediately given first aid and Logos regains consciousness. But already mortals, and they tell each other about their feelings. The group also understands that from that day on, Pilot decided to open a new program allowing him to get even more power. But he does not have time to complete his dialogue, and now Logos is trying to convey how Pilot is holding them all against his will, and you just need to realize that they are all free people. At this time Armoros asks Pilot to find a secret association as soon as possible, but he does not care about it, because he sincerely believes that his power cannot be destroyed, after which Aki goes on the air, who launches a device that turns her back into immortal, followed by Pilot's daughter, who reveals that before his death, Gelios managed to save all the emotions and recorded them in her brain, which means that she is the embodiment of Gelios. This concludes my story. Friends, write in the comments as it is to you, and do not forget to like the video and click on the bell to watch new videos first.